Hi, everybody, and welcome once again to Ivy English. I'm Karen.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is December 12th, and we're on page 39 in your magazines. And we are so lucky for a second time this month to have another translation exercise. And I think we're especially lucky because we now have the same format for both translation exercises. Originally, the second one was a closed translation, which was also kind of interesting and fun, I have to say. In the past, that article or that particular exercise was mostly in English, and we had only 2 sentences to translate into Chinese, so it wasn't quite as demanding. This one, like the previous one, is going to be 4 sentences in pairs, so each pair is related to each other. This will actually be more of an exercise for you, more work, more of a challenge, and you may learn more in this way.
好，那我们现在这种翻译练习呢，不是像以前那样子的，是一段文章里面拿2句出来，好，我们就直接给各位一个题组哈，这样子的话，我们每一个单元就有4个句子可以练习翻译啊，大家得到的练习更多。好，我们看看 A 题组的第一题哈，他说社群媒体网站不再只是让用户张贴文章以及和朋友互动的地方啊。那社群媒体网站我们直接啊，就社群媒体就 social media， 然后呢社群媒体网站我们可以说 social media sites， 然后呢不再只是怎样啊 are no longer 就不再是，然后 just 只是什么呢？那后面这里是他说中文说让用户张贴文章以及和朋友互动的地方，好，所以中文的这个修饰的这个语非常的长啊，让用户张贴文章以及和朋友互动的。
Actually, we don't like doing that in Chinese. We don't like it to be too long. When it starts getting too long, what do?
我们就把它分开来。
That's right.
用分成2个短句哈。那所以呢，但是这样子写中文还是没有问题的，
是很通的，没有问题。Actually, it's the only way we can say it if you want to do it in a modifying clause. However, when you see an exercise like this where you have a very long modifying clause before a noun, you can guess that you should probably divide it into 2 pieces in English because you can put the adjectives in front and a relative clause afterwards. So, in Chinese, you'll have this long sentence, this long description of 这是一种什么什么什么什么什么的. In English, you can say, well, this is a really nice idea that we discussed before. You've got modifiers on both sides because we have different strategies of doing it in English. So in English, it's fine. But if you take that English and you put it back into Chinese, you're going to end up with a long phrase because in Chinese, you can't cut it in 2. You have to put everything before the noun.
Yeah, 好，这个地方呢，我们刚刚讲到，中文也不喜欢前面修饰词太长，但是中文的修饰词的位置通常是在名词的前面啊，所以呢，这个地方我们翻成英文的时候，各位可以注意到，尤其是如果你看到前面这个中文的名词前面的修饰词是2个部分的哈，是什么跟什么的，那这个时候你可以想，其实有时候翻成英文的时候，你可以把它拆开来，你可以把第一个修饰词变成英文的一个名词，放在那名词前面，然后呢，把另外一个修饰词把它化成一个关系代名词子句，放在那英文的后面。这样的话呢，中文是2个并列的修饰词接一个名词，到了英文的话呢，有一种可能是变成一个修饰词后面加名词，然后后面再加一个修饰的子句啊，这是一种可能。
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, 那当然有的时候如果说你找不到1-2个短的修饰词放前面的话，那英文也有可能变成名词放在前面，然后呢后面中文的2个修饰词通通跑到英文后面的关系代名词子句里面去了。那在这里就是这个情况啊，因为我们讲说 social media sites are no longer just places 啊，什么样的地方呢？啊，这个张贴文章和朋友互动，那我们通通把它放到子句里面去啊，我们可以说 there are no longer just places where 啊，然后怎么样 users post articles 用户张贴 articles， 然后呢 and interact with friends 跟朋友互动啊，那这样的话这个句子这样翻出来英文就是标准的，没有问题了啊。
Right. In Chinese, you would have to say, are no longer just users post articles and interact with friends kinds of places.
Yeah.
You have to do that in Chinese. But in English, we can put a lot of that information after the noun.
Yeah, 好，因为这个中文跟英文基本上有一个很重要的差异，好，就中文是往左边延展的句型，然后英文是往右边延展的，也就是说你要加字的话，中文是往左边加啊，英文往右边加啊，所以这个地方中文的 的地方前面可以往前面加用户张贴文章以及和朋友互动往左边加。英文的话就是 place 先出来 where 后面往右边加 where 这个users post articles and interact with friends.
Right. And everybody note that when it is a verb, we say use. And so the person who uses is a user with a Z, to use a user. The noun is use. There's no use in talking about it. So use is the noun. Use is the verb. A person who uses, that's made from the verb form, so it's user. All right, can we hear it one more time?
OK, 好，我的翻译我再念一遍哈。Social media sites are no longer just places where users post articles and interact with friends.
Mine is the same except for, I think, about one word. Let's see if you can hear which one it is. Social media sites are no longer just places to post articles and interact with friends.
所以差别在哪里呢？差别在于这个地方 Karen 没有讲 users 还有另外
That's one thing.
Yeah. 那另外一个 just places 它用 to 因为它不是 Karen 老师他不是用关系代名词子句他直接就是places 用一个不定词片语来修饰这个 places 就是表示的 places 它的作用所以they are no longer just places to post articles and interact with friends. 那用 to 的话，这样这个句子就变得很简洁，因为这个地方你不需要讲说 they are no longer just places for users to post articles. 那 for users 就不用讲了，因为当然是 users 在 po
Yeah, who else would it be?
Yeah, 好，所以呢 users 就不用 po。那把 users for users 把它拿掉，那这个句子就变得更简洁。那为什么是加 for users 呢？因为这个不定词片语to他如果要 to do something， 如果要把主词把这个行为者讲出来的话，英文是用 for it's important for someone to do something， 对不对 ？For someone to do something， 这个东西各位你一定很熟悉这种句型，所以这个 to do something 它的主词就是 for someone， 谁做呢 ？for someone 用它来表达，可是在这里我们不用表达，因为我们都知道一定是 users， 所以 for users 就拿掉了。
However, if you use where, you have to have a subject. You can't do it without a subject. Where post articles is impossible.
Yeah.
Where people, where users, where one, where you can, any of those are possible. But the point is you need a subject. You can't leave a subject out when you use where, but if you use to, you can leave out the subject.
Yeah, 那我用 where 的话呢，因为它是个关系副词子句所以where 是个关系副词，所谓关系副词这个名称为什么重要？因为它是副词，副词表示它没有影响到句子原来该有的结构，所以句子原来该有主词，你还是要有主词，该有动词，还是要有动词。
Right. Okay, so here's my translation again. Social media sites are no longer just places to post articles and interact with friends. And here's the translation in our magazine. Social media sites are no longer just places where users can post articles and interact with friends.
好，那这个地方呢no longer just places 那这里也是用 where 那后面主词一样是用 users， 然后加一个 can 所以 users can post articles 然后呢 interact with friends.
Right, and this is not news to anybody who is online for any period of time at all during the day. We already know what's coming. Number 2.
好，那他说呢，越来越多企业会在社群媒体上张贴广告来宣传其产品及服务所以呢这个地方越来越多的企业那当然这个我们可以直接很简单的就说 more and more businesses然后呢现在他们会做这样的事情那通常来讲我们英文里面讲说越来越多的东西怎么样，越来越多的企业在干嘛，这个其实是正在这一段期间正在发生的事情，所以我们其实可以用现在进行式来表达所以我们可以说 more and more businesses are now posting advertisements 或者 advertisements 那我用现在进行式来表达，那加一个 now 是强调一下现在是这样子的原文里面没有 now， 所以这里我不加 now 也没有错，但是加了可以感觉起来说现在是这样子大家注意这新的状况所以
In fact, if you left it out, it would sound like it was missing something.
所以这个 now 如果不写的话，事实上你会觉得句子上少了一东西They are posting 好像感觉起来是你在描述
Came out of nowhere.
不知道在干嘛
We're making a comparison, the past compared to now.
好，所以这个 now 加了其实会 sounds better 那这个接下来这个 advertisements 然后放在哪里呢？在 social media 上面，所以 they are posting advertisements on social media， 目的是干嘛？ to 宣传啊，在这里我们就是用 promote 啊，宣传英文常常可以翻成 promote
促销
promote their products 他们的产品还有服务 their service 啊，那当然这个地方 service 要加 s 啊，要变成复数的啊，要讲 services 才对，因为 service 是可以数的，一个一个不同的服务啊，一种一种不同的服务。
Because if you say promoting their service, that would mean 售后服务。That's a very 空泛很整体的一个概念。So that, for example, if you've bought something and there's a problem with it, they will fix it for you. That is service. They have good service. But if they're promoting their services, 那是很多项目 That's different.
而且提供的服务
Right.
我们卖的各种这个提供的服务
And that's not 售后服务那是For example, we come and fix your plumbing or something like that. That's a service.
Yeah.
Let's hear it again.
好，那我再念一次我的翻译哈。More and more businesses are now posting advertisements on social media to promote their products and services.
Good. Okay, here's mine. More and more businesses now post advertisements on social media to promote their products and services. Is there an echo in this room?
所以这个地方呢，这个 Karen 老师他跟我的翻译呢，主要差别是他是用现在简单式啊，那我是用现在进行式啊。但是各位可以注意到，这个 Karen 老师也是他也有加一个 now， 这个 now 不加反而会觉得怪怪的 ，yeah.
Right. So are posting or post because post 是习惯动作 so both of them work just fine. Here's the translation in our magazine. More and more businesses now post advertisements on social media to promote their products and services. Okay, now that sounds awfully similar. Everybody knows this. And this reminds me of something that happened in the very, very early days of the internet. Now, I first went online in about 1993. At first, there was only email. Soon, the internet started, but at that time, it was only 文字. It was just lines of text. There were no pictures. Can you imagine? Just typewriter characters across the screen. That was the internet. And at the time, it was just starting, so there were not very many websites. And since there were not very many, every time there was something new, I thought, wow, that looks really interesting. And that was before Google. There was no Google then. There were search engines, but there were other ones, and they were not nearly as good. They just were not very good. It was just beginning. You can't blame them. So I would see an interesting site that wasn't really a main interest of mine, but it was just so exciting getting this unusual information from my computer out of nowhere. So I started writing them down. And they were about things like soap making. Now, I have no interest in soap making, but I thought, oh my goodness, here's a place that talks about soap making. So I started collecting a list of interesting sites. And it's 没完没了 unless you're really, really selective. So at the beginning, because it was so new, every new piece of information was exciting. Now we just go,
Yeah. 好，所以这个也是这个网络发达之后啊，这个难免的就是你会被 overwhelmed by information 啊，所以到最后你觉得 you couldn't be bothered 啊
Right.
又来了OK 又一个
But at the beginning, even soap making was interesting.
Yeah, 但是一开始的时候啊，这个刚刚有网络的时候，因为你就一个网络可以得到这么多的资讯啊，你会觉得啊好好玩哦，这个都这个刚刚 Karen 老师讲，他以前刚开始用网络的时候啊，那个时候网站也不多啊，那个时候连这个做肥皂他都觉得很有趣哦，原来有人啊在网络上教你怎么做肥皂，他一个一个的收集啊，但其实他自己也不做肥皂啊，他只是觉得啊这个很新，这是新知
Right.
啊，到后来才发觉到网络上面有太多的新知啊，所以而且这个不只是太多的新知，还有太多的错误的知识。
That's right. Man, you really need to use your critical thinking skills.
Yeah, 所以这个 critical thinking skills 非常的重要哈。这个我觉得这个其实在国外现在已经很多国家已经觉得这个是未来教育的重点。
Absolutely.
那因为甚至有人提出来说，也许以后的学校传达知识不是那么重要了，他要传达是怎么样去获得知识，而且在获得知识的过程当中，怎么样去判断这个知识是真的还是假的，可不可靠。
And where is this most important? In the area of politics.
Yeah, 那尤其是在政治上面哈，因为有很多的这个方法可以影响你的判断。好，那这个你去哪个网站也是一样，它会影响你的判断。而且通常我们人都喜欢去找一些跟你很类似的啊，所以其实要小心，就是尤其在网络上面啊。最近我在看一本书很有趣，它是警告你说，你不要去那个 大家感觉差不多的地方。
Absolutely.
那样子的话，大家也互相取暖，然后骂来骂去，大家骂得很爽，可是其实你们可能会完全看不到另外一方他们有什么样的优点。
That's called a bubble or a 同温层。
同温层呀，在小心啊，在网络上面你要选择 be selective， 而且有的时候要去看一看跟你这个意见不一样的人，因为他们有可能他们会告诉你一些，会让你想到一些，对哦，这自己我怎么没有想到。
And don't just repeat what you've heard. We have a tendency to do that. We read something and then we just start using it ourselves in our language. We have been sucked in.
所以也是一样，不要这个像鹦鹉一样，看到什么就讲什么，看到什么就讲什么，看别人怎么说你就怎么说，你自己要去思考，真的是这样子吗？
I want to recommend a book that I'm just about to finish, and it's very, very popular in the U.S. right now. It's very, very short, which is something in its favor, and the book itself is very small. It's like a pocketbook. It's called On Tyranny, 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 On Tyranny, 冒号, 20 Lessons from the 20th Century. The author is Timothy Snyder. I'm recommending this is because it's like a basic education in how to become a good, aware citizen who has good critical thinking skills and can make your own choices and not just be swayed by a lot of other people.
好 sway 就摇摆啊，那我们中文可以说不要被别人左右啊，这是你的想法。所以这个尤其在政治上面，那 Karen 老师刚刚介绍那本书，中文这个 title 你要翻译就是论暴政呀，就是他其实不一定讲暴政，那就告诉你在现代21世纪的政治场域上面，我们要怎么样能够维持自己政治判断的一些这个尽量的清楚，尽量的不要受到别人的一些误导啊，那这个对很多人来讲都是很重要的。
Every person on earth needs this.
OK， 好，那我们来看到这个 B 题组啊。那 B 题组呢，它的第一题，他说捐血是一种常见的救人方式，因此有些人会定期去捐血啊。那捐血呢，这个地方我们可以用动名词片语来表达捐血这个概念，来当做这个英文句子的主词，所以我们可以说 donating blood 啊，那是一种常见的救人方式，很简单 is a common way to save lives 啊，那 lives 要加 s， 因为你救不会只救一条生命嘛啊，所以前面已经解决了啊，那因此 so 啊，那这个有些人 so some people 啊，或 some people 有些人他们 donate 捐血，那这地方不用再讲 donate blood， 因为你前面已经在讲 donating blood， 这里不用再讲 donate blood， 你就直接用 donate 就可以了。So some people donate， 然后呢，固定我可以说 on a regular basis 啊 ，on a regular basis 就是这是固定做的一件事情啊。
One more time.
好，所以我的翻译我再讲一次 ，donating blood is a common way to save lives. So some people donate on a regular basis.
Right. Now let's look at the Chinese.You see that the first sentence, can you read the Chinese for us one more time?
捐血是一种常见的救人方式，因此有些人会定期去捐血。
Now, does the repetition bother you in Chinese?
No, not really.
No. And there are a couple of reasons for this. Number one is when you use a verb in Chinese, you normally put the object together with it. You don't just say 吃, you say 吃饭. You don't just say 念, you say 念书. That's just normal in Chinese. So that's one reason. 你不会说去捐是可以的, but it's much more normal in Chinese to say 捐血. It sounds much more complete and more natural. So that's the first reason. The second reason is, as we've discussed many times on the program, Chinese has a higher tolerance for redundancy. Redundancy means repeating the same information. So in Chinese, it is less of a problem if you repeat the same thing a little bit later.And there's a good reason for this, because Chinese originally, 它本来就是很浓缩的语言. You don't have so much redundancy in Chinese because every syllable has a lot of meaning. 就中文每一个字每个音节它含有的意思就是很实很多. In English, we have a lot of syllables without so much meaning. So we have a lot of empty syllables in English. You have fewer empty syllables in Chinese.For that reason, your brain sometimes needs a little more time to process, and they may forget what was at the beginning because there were too many meaningful things to remember. 所以再重复一次 is normal to help our brains process more easily because in Chinese it's more concentrated. We need to dilute it a little bit. So a little repetition actually helps our brains process it.
好，所以这个 Karen 老师刚刚讲这个哈，这个地方为什么中文不会说捐血是一种常见的救人方式，因此有些人会定期去捐。
And there's nothing wrong with it, but
但怪怪的，因为中文的动词常常会连受词一起带尤其是单字的动词因为中文喜欢2这种节奏所以定期去捐血我们听起来很舒服。如果定期去捐，我们会觉得好像还没完
cut off
好，所以这第一个原因。那第二个原因就是我们一直在提中文比较容许重复。那有一个很重要的原因，刚刚 Karen 老师解释，就是因为英文呢它的字有很多的 syllables， 很多的音节，所以有些音节其实不是那么的实在，就有些音节其实没有真正的什么意思
资讯价值没那么高
资讯价值不高所以呢，但是它资讯价值不高，放在句子里面呢，它其实给你大脑休息的机会你大脑就可以听到一些声音，你就不用马上就这每一个声音都要去抓它的意思。可是中文呢没有这种这个空的 syllables中文每一个字就是一个字那比较少中文比较少有这种空没有什么意思的字，所以呢中文它比较密一点，资讯比较密浓缩所以如果说这个你不允许它重复的话，听的人可能会听不太懂，不容易听懂，蛮累的所以因为这样子，所以中文允许这个捐血讲2次。
And this is a really good reason. If you understand the inherent natures of the two languages and how they're different, it will help you in translation and help you with just regular language learning. So you don't take the habit of repetition in Chinese and bring it to English where we don't like it very much.
所以这个中文比较允许重复，但是英文呢对重复的这个忍受度非常低只要一重复就听起来就觉得不好。
Bad writing or not really good speaking. Okay, so my translation is donating blood is one common way to save lives, so some people donate on a regular basis.
好，那 Karen 老师也是一样，他说这是一个救命的一种常见方式，所以有些人呢一样donate 捐血，他不用再讲 blood 了。
Okay, and the translation in our magazine is blood donation is a common way to save lives, so some people donate blood regularly.
所以用 regularly 表示这个规律的意思
定期的。
好，那我们来看第2句中文，他说然而在捐血前捐血者需要评估自己的身体状况，以确定是否符合捐血条件那这个然而我们可以用 however， 但是呢为了要让它语气不要太强，我们把 however 放在主词的后面所以我这里可以说before donating blood, however 在捐血之前那这里地方我又讲了 blood， 因为这是另外一个句子了。好，那所以我说 before donating blood, however donors 捐血者必须或者需要 need to 评估 evaluate 自己的身体状况 the state of their health 就他们健康的状况，身体状况就健康状况嘛。and 这个中文说已确定，那其实英文在这里那个不一定要把那个做 A 目的是 B 不需要讲得那么清楚。其实英文可以说2件事情是几乎是一起的，就是一方面evaluate the state of their health， 另外一方面呢这个确定，在这个我们可以用 determine 这个字 determine 在这里其实比较接近判断的意思去这个看一看来判断一下那在这里我们用 determine 来翻这个确定。
And often has the meaning of to. So try and do it is similar to try to do it. So here it's the state of their health to determine. Actually, we use and more often, but it has the idea of to. So and is not just 连接. It's in order to. When we find out the state of our health, then we can determine.
好，所以这里的这个 and 也有这个 in order to 的这个感觉所以呢来这个判断来检测来确定 determine 什么事情呢？他们的状况是否合乎捐血条件，所以我们可以说 determine whether they meet the requirements for donation the requirements for donation 就是捐血的条件。
或者要求。Let's hear it again.
好，那我的翻译我再念一次。Before donating blood, however, donors need to evaluate the state of their health and determine whether they meet the requirements for donation.
For example, if you are anemic, 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 you should not or cannot give blood. 你贫血的话是不能捐血的。 Okay, here's my translation. However, one should first assess whether one meets all the health requirements before heading for the local bloodmobile. Now, I took some liberties in this translation, but I like my translation.
Yeah, so do I. 好，首先这个 Karen 老师 assess 这个动词用得很漂亮 ，assess 就是去评估啊，常常包括检查或者是做一些这个抽血什么的 assess 好，然后最后做心理的评估。那另外呢，就是去捐血，捐血这个动作 Karen 老师用了一个非常有画面的表达方法，他说 before heading for the local bloodmobile。就是这个捐血车，好，所以去捐血车之前要先 assess 你是不是有 meet all the health requirements， 所以用去捐血车来代表捐血这件事情，这是非常有画面的一种写法，非常的漂亮。
Again, however, one should first assess whether one meets all the health requirements before heading for the local bloodmobile. Here's a translation in our magazine. Before donating blood, however, donors need to evaluate their physical condition to determine whether they meet the requirements for blood donation. A little wordy, but fine.
所以这个我的翻译跟杂志上翻译非常像那所以大家应该基本上没有什么问题。
And that's it for today. Please tune in next time. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.